Ladies and gentlemen, today I want to talk to you about one of the most powerful forces in our lives, your mind. We often think that our biggest enemy is external, the economy, other people, or circumstances. But the truth is, the biggest enemy you will ever face is your own uncontrolled mind. Your mind is like a garden. It can either be a place where beautiful ideas and dreams grow, or it can become a wasteland of negativity, fear, and doubt. It's all in how you choose to tend to it. When your mind is out of control, it leads to chaos in your life. You find yourself overwhelmed, stressed, or stuck in a cycle of self-doubt. But when you gain control of your mind, you unlock the potential to change everything. The mind has an extraordinary ability to shape our reality. It can create or destroy. It can motivate you to achieve greatness or keep you stuck in mediocrity. The question is, who's in control? You or your mind? Let me tell you, an uncontrolled mind is like a wild horse. It may seem powerful, but it's chaotic and unpredictable. But a mind that is trained, disciplined, and focused, that is the mind of a winner. That's the mind that gets things done. You need to learn how to master your thoughts, to turn off the negative noise and focus on what truly matters. The greatest leaders and successful people are not necessarily the most talented, but they are the ones who have learned how to control their minds. The path to success, happiness, and peace of mind begins with one simple truth: you are in charge of what you think. So take control. It's time to stop letting your uncontrolled mind hold you back. The battle is won not in the external world, but within your own mind. Your thoughts are like seeds. What you plant in your mind grows. If you want success, plant thoughts of possibility, not limitations. Success is about discipline. The moment you take control of your thoughts, you take control of your life. If you let your mind dwell on negativity, it will cloud your judgment and hinder your progress. Change your thinking to change your life. What you believe in your mind becomes your reality. Think success and success will follow. The disciplined mind creates freedom. Free yourself from self-doubt, fear, and distractions by mastering your thoughts. You can't control everything, but you can control what you think and how you respond. Focus on mastering that. The way you speak to yourself shapes your mindset. Speak positively and build a mindset that empowers you to take action. If you think about success, you'll start taking the actions that lead to it. If you think about failure, you'll find ways to avoid success. Just as you guard your health, you must guard your mind from negative influences, people, media, or thoughts that drain you. When you take charge of your thoughts, you begin to control the direction of your life. The greatest battles are won in your own mind. Your thoughts are the foundation of everything you build in life. Everything you've accomplished and everything you will accomplish begins in your mind. The power of your thoughts is something that can't be overstated. It's not just a passing concept, it's the bedrock of your entire existence. If you understand this principle and harness it, you can transform your life in ways you've never imagined. Think about it for a moment. What do you focus on most during the day? Your thoughts are like a compass, constantly guiding you in the direction you choose. If you wake up each morning thinking about how difficult the day will be, that's exactly the energy you'll carry with you. But if you start your day with thoughts of possibility, gratitude, and purpose, you'll be amazed at how the day unfolds in a more positive direction. Your mind is an incredibly powerful tool. It shapes your actions, influences your emotions, and even affects your physical health. Everything begins as a thought. That thought creates an emotion, and that emotion drives your actions. And when those actions become habits, those habits create your life. It all starts with what you choose to think. Now, let's be clear. It's not enough to just have good thoughts once in a while. You must make a consistent effort to program your mind for success, to focus on positive, empowering thoughts that will propel you forward. It requires intention. If you let your mind wander aimlessly, it will find negativity, fear, and doubt because the world is full of distractions. But if you train your mind to focus on the positive, to believe in your own potential, and to take action toward your goals, that's when you begin to see real results. Too often, people are held back by their own limiting beliefs. They tell themselves things like, I can't do that, I'm not good enough, or it's too late for me. These thoughts become self-fulfilling prophecies. When you focus on your limitations, you'll never see the opportunities right in front of you. But when you shift your mindset to one of possibility and belief, the doors open and you begin to move toward the life you've always wanted. So understand this, the power of your thoughts is immense. They can either propel you to greatness or keep you trapped in mediocrity. It all depends on what you choose to focus on. The key is to master your mind. Don't let it master you. Control is the key to unlocking your potential. Without control, your life is like a ship without a rudder drifting aimlessly wherever the wind takes it. You'll find yourself reacting to circumstances, responding to problems, and allowing external forces to dictate your outcomes. But when you take control, when you direct your focus and actions, you steer your life in the direction you want to go. The ability to control your thoughts, your emotions, and your actions is what separates those who succeed from those who merely wish for success. Success is not a matter of chance, it's a matter of choice. The choices you make today, the decisions you control, will determine your results tomorrow. If you don't take control of your decisions, you leave them in the hands of others, or worse, in the hands of your circumstances. But it's not just about controlling your actions, it's also about controlling your reactions. Life will throw challenges at you, people will disappoint you, opportunities will seem scarce, and obstacles will arise. What you do in those moments is what truly defines you. The ability to control your response in the face of adversity is where true power lies. It's in those moments of pressure that you can either rise above the situation or let it define you. Control your response, and you control the outcome. When you allow yourself to be controlled by emotions like fear, anger, or frustration, you lose your power. Emotions are part of being human, but they shouldn't be the driver of your actions. If you let your emotions dictate your decisions, you become reactive, and you lose the chance to act with purpose. Control is about taking a step back, evaluating the situation, and making decisions based on your values and goals, not on fleeting feelings. Control is also about your time. How often do you find yourself letting the day slip by without taking meaningful action? Time is your most valuable resource. If you let distractions and unimportant tasks take up your time, you're handing away your future. Successful people understand this. They protect their time fiercely and use it to work on their priorities, the things that move them closer to their vision. You have the ability to decide what to focus on, what to invest your time in. When you master your time, you master your life. Taking control also means taking responsibility. Too many people spend their lives blaming circumstances or other people for their failures. They complain about what they don't have, about how unfair life is, about how they were dealt a bad hand. But control doesn't come from blaming. It comes from owning your situation, acknowledging where you are, and taking action to improve it. You are where you are because of the choices you've made, and if you want a different life, you have to make different choices. Ultimately, control is about empowerment. It's about recognizing that you are in the driver's seat of your life. When you take control, you take back your power. The choices you make today, the thoughts you control, and the actions you take will create the future you desire. It's all in your hands, but only if you choose to take control. Negative thinking is a trap, and if you're not careful, it can ensnare you in a cycle that keeps you stuck. It starts subtly, often with just a small doubt or a fleeting worry, but over time, that negativity can grow and start to control your life. The danger is that negative thoughts don't just stay in your mind, they affect your actions, your behaviors, and ultimately your results. You've probably heard someone say, "You're your own worst enemy," and in many ways, that's true. When you allow negative thinking to take root in your mind, you create an enemy within yourself. It's not the circumstances or other people that will hold you back, but the way you allow your thoughts to dictate your responses. Negative thinking traps you in a place where you don't believe you can succeed, so you don't take the actions necessary to move forward. It stops you from seeing opportunities, and instead, all you can see are obstacles. The real problem with negative thinking is that it distorts reality. It makes everything seem harder, more complicated, and less achievable. You begin to believe that things will never improve, that success is out of reach, that no matter how hard you try, the world is against you. This kind of thinking creates a self-fulfilling prophecy. When you don't believe in your potential, you don't take action to make it happen. And when you don't take action, nothing changes. The negative thought becomes the truth you live by. The trap of negative thinking also leads to fear. Fear of failure, fear of rejection, fear of making the wrong choice. But here's the truth: fear isn't a warning sign, it's a signal that you're on the brink of growth. If you let fear stop you, if you let negative thinking make the decision for you, you will miss the opportunities that are waiting just beyond that fear. Instead of fearing failure, embrace it as a part of the journey. It's a lesson, it's feedback. Negative thinking locks you into a comfort zone where nothing ever changes, but that's where dreams die. Growth happens outside of that comfort zone, and the only way out is to stop thinking negatively and start thinking constructively. When you allow negative thoughts to dominate your mind, you're also giving up control of your own attitude. Your attitude, however, is one of the most powerful tools you have for creating the life you want. If you approach each day with a mindset of possibility, of optimism, and of confidence, you'll start to see doors open that were once closed. But when your mind is clouded by negativity, you'll miss those doors because your focus is on everything that's wrong instead of everything that's right. Negative thinking also feeds off of comparison. It tells you that you're not enough because someone else has more, is doing better, or is ahead of you. But comparison is the thief of joy. The only competition that matters is the one between you and the person you were yesterday. Focus on your own progress. Don't let negative thoughts make you feel inadequate because of where you are right now. Instead, celebrate how far you've come and keep moving forward. The trap of negativity is easy to fall into, but it's also easy to break free from if you're willing to change your mindset. It's not about ignoring the challenges or pretending that everything is perfect. It's about choosing to focus on solutions rather than problems, on opportunities rather than obstacles. It's about realizing that your thoughts create your reality, and by changing the way you think, you change the way you live. So when you catch yourself thinking negatively, stop and ask yourself, is this thought helping me? If the answer is no, let it go. Replace it with a thought that empowers you. Negative thinking may be a trap, but it's one that you have the power to escape. Your future is shaped by your thoughts, and it's time to break free from the chains of negativity and start thinking in a way that propels you toward the life you desire. Your mind defines your reality more than anything else. It's easy to think that life is determined by what happens to us, by circumstances, by other people, or by external factors beyond our control. But in reality, the way you perceive those circumstances, the meaning you attach to them, and the actions you choose to take because of them are all governed by your mind. The thoughts you think today will shape the person you become tomorrow. Every successful individual understands that their thoughts are the foundation of everything they achieve. If you want to change your life, you must first change the way you think. The reality you experience is simply a reflection of your beliefs, attitudes, and mental focus. If you believe that success is possible, that you are worthy, and that you are capable of achieving great things, then you will take the actions necessary to make those things happen. But if you believe that success is out of your reach, that you aren't enough, or that the odds are stacked against you, your mind will create a reality that confirms those beliefs. Think about how powerful this is. Your mind is constantly working, constantly interpreting everything around you. It takes in information and decides what is possible, what is not, what is worth pursuing, and what is not. And the moment your mind settles on a belief, whether it's about your abilities, your worth, or the world around you, it will act as a filter, shaping everything you see, hear, and do. What you focus on, you attract. What you believe, you become. So if you want to change the results in your life, you have to start by changing the way you think. One of the most powerful examples of this is in the way we react to challenges. Everyone faces difficulties. Everyone experiences setbacks, disappointments, and obstacles. But it's not the difficulty that determines your outcome, it's how you respond to it. People with a mindset of possibility will see every challenge as an opportunity to learn, to grow, to get better. They understand that failure is not the end, but merely a stepping stone on the path to success. On the other hand, people with a limited mindset will see every setback as a confirmation of their fears. They believe that failure defines them, and so they stop trying. Your mind defines your reality in another crucial way. It shapes your relationships. The way you think about yourself directly impacts how you interact with others. If you believe you are worthy of love, respect, and success, you will carry yourself with confidence. You will attract people who treat you with respect and who bring value into your life. But if you have a mindset of scarcity or unworthiness, that's the kind of energy you will put out into the world. Your thoughts will create a reality where you feel isolated, unappreciated, and stuck. The quality of your relationships will reflect the quality of your thoughts about yourself. Your mind also defines your financial reality. If you have a mindset of abundance, if you believe that there is always more than enough opportunity to go around, you will take actions that lead to financial growth and success. You'll see opportunities where others see only limitations. But if you have a scarcity mindset where you believe that there's never enough or that you'll never have enough, that belief will manifest in your reality. You'll hesitate to take risks, you'll hold on to money too tightly, and you'll miss opportunities because your mind is focused on what you lack instead of what you can create. This is why mastering your mind is so important. When you take control of your thoughts, you take control of your reality. You have the power to shape the world you live in, starting with your own mind. You can choose to see the world through a lens of possibility, optimism, and abundance, or you can choose to see it through a lens of fear, doubt, and limitation. Your mind is the lens through which you experience everything, and it's the key to creating the life you desire. The greatest people in history, the most successful individuals, all understood this principle. They understood that their mindset was the key to their success. They didn't let circumstances define them. They defined their circumstances with their thoughts, beliefs, and actions. And that is the same power that you have. Your mind defines your reality, and if you can shift the way you think, you can shift your entire life. It's all in your hands. You are the architect of your own destiny, and it starts with the thoughts you choose to embrace today. Discipline equals freedom. At first glance, it may seem like these two concepts, discipline and freedom, are at odds with one another. After all, freedom is often thought of as doing whatever you want, whenever you want, with no restrictions. But the truth is, the greatest freedom you will ever experience comes from the discipline to control your actions, focus your energy, and make the choices that lead to your desired outcomes. Without discipline, freedom is just an illusion. It becomes chaotic, fleeting, and ultimately unsatisfying. Discipline is the ability to make yourself do what you need to do, even when you don't feel like doing it. It's the daily commitment to your goals, the ability to stay focused, and the perseverance to keep going, even when things get tough. It's about doing what needs to be done, whether or not it's convenient, comfortable, or easy. And while it might feel restrictive at times, it's actually what gives you the freedom to live life on your terms. Think about the most successful people in any field. They didn't get there by accident. They didn't get there by indulging in short-term pleasures or by taking the easy way out. They got there through discipline. They showed up every day, did the work, and made the sacrifices necessary to reach their goals. In the process, they created the kind of freedom most people only dream about, the freedom to choose what they do, where they do it, and how they do it. But that freedom was built on a foundation of discipline. When you lack discipline, you are at the mercy of your impulses. You wake up in the morning with no clear plan, no clear direction, and no control over how you spend your time. You find yourself reacting to the demands of the day, constantly distracted by things that don't move you closer to your goals. Your day slips away, and at the end of it, you wonder why you didn't accomplish anything meaningful. Discipline changes all of that. It gives you the ability to control your actions, manage your time, and make progress toward your dreams day in and day out. Now, it's important to understand that discipline is not about rigid, joyless routines. It's not about denying yourself everything you enjoy or living a life of constant sacrifice. It's about creating structure and consistency that empowers you to achieve what you want. Discipline is the bridge between where you are today and where you want to be tomorrow. It's the willingness to delay short-term gratification for long-term success. And in that delay, you find true freedom, the freedom to live a life that is meaningful, purposeful, and aligned with your values. Consider this: the more disciplined you are with your time and your actions, the more freedom you create for yourself. The disciplined person knows how to set priorities, focus on what truly matters, and eliminate distractions. This creates space for the things that truly bring joy and fulfillment: time for family, for travel, for hobbies, for personal growth. Without discipline, these freedoms are harder to come by. Without it, you're always chasing after something but never truly catching it. The key to freedom is not in avoiding responsibility or structure, but in embracing it. When you commit to a disciplined life, you're not only investing in your future, you're giving yourself the tools to experience the life you truly want. Discipline allows you to say no to the things that hold you back and yes to the things that move you forward. It's the ability to choose what you will tolerate and what you won't. It's about saying no to distractions, excuses, and laziness, and saying yes to progress, growth, and achievement. In the end, discipline gives you control over your life. It removes the chaos and randomness and replaces it with purpose and direction. And once you have that control, the doors of freedom swing wide open. The discipline you practice today is the very thing that will grant you the freedom you desire tomorrow. So remember, discipline is not the enemy of freedom, it is the pathway to it. Embrace it, and you will find the freedom to live the life you've always wanted. If you want to live a successful and fulfilling life, one of the most important lessons you can learn is to focus on what you can control. It's easy to get caught up in the things that are beyond your reach: the economy, other people's actions, world events, or circumstances that seem to shape your future. But here's the truth: the only thing you truly have control over is yourself, your thoughts, your actions, and your attitude. Everything else is beyond your influence. When you focus on the things you can control, you gain power over your life. You stop wasting energy on what you cannot change and start using that energy to create the outcomes you want. If you spend all your time and mental energy worrying about things outside your control, you become frustrated, stressed, and helpless. The more you focus on the uncontrollable, the less power you have to change anything. But when you focus on what you can control, your actions, your mindset, and your responses, you begin to shift the trajectory of your life in the direction you want. One of the most powerful things you can control is your attitude. No one can make you feel a certain way without your permission. Life will throw curveballs at you, disappointments, setbacks, and people who don't treat you the way you'd like. But how you respond to these things is entirely up to you. You can choose to respond with frustration, resentment, or defeat. Or you can choose to respond with resilience, determination, and optimism. The key is understanding that your attitude is a choice and it shapes the reality you experience. Another critical area you can control is your time. Time is the most valuable resource you have, and once it's gone, you can never get it back. The way you spend your time determines your success. You can't control how many hours are in a day, but you can control how you use those hours. If you waste your time on distractions, procrastination, and non-essential tasks, you will have little to show for your efforts. But if you focus on the things that move you toward your goals, use your time wisely, and commit to productivity, you will find that you accomplish far more than you ever thought possible. Your decisions are another area you have complete control over. Every day you make choices that either move you closer to your goals or pull you further away. These decisions may seem small, like whether or not to take a walk or whether to procrastinate on an important task, but over time, the cumulative effect of your choices determines your path. Focus on making decisions that align with your values, your goals, and your long-term vision. The more you practice making good decisions, the easier it becomes to create the life you want. Even your environment is something you can control to a large extent. You might not be able to control everything around you, but you can control the space you work in, the people you surround yourself with, and the habits you create. If you're constantly surrounded by negativity, distractions, or people who drain your energy, you'll find it much harder to succeed. But when you create a positive, focused environment that supports your goals, you'll find that your productivity and motivation soar. Take control of your environment, and it will take care of you. Another important area of control is your personal growth. While you can't control everything in life, you can control your commitment to continuous learning and self-improvement. Invest in your skills, knowledge, and personal development, and you will create a future that is entirely shaped by your own efforts. Whether it's reading books, taking courses, or learning from mentors, what you learn today can impact your success tomorrow. Focus on your growth, and you will see the world around you begin to change. Most importantly, focusing on what you can control helps you find peace of mind. There's a lot in this world that is unpredictable, uncertain, and uncontrollable. But the more you focus on your own actions and responses, the less you'll feel like a victim of circumstances. Instead, you'll feel empowered, purposeful, and in control of your own life. It brings clarity and confidence knowing that while you may not be able to control everything, you can always control how you respond and what you choose to focus on. By focusing on what you can control, you stop being a passive observer of life. You become an active participant in shaping your own future. The more you focus on the things within your power, your attitude, your time, your decisions, your environment, and your personal growth, the more you will create the kind of life that aligns with your values and dreams. There's no need to waste time worrying about things beyond your control. Instead, direct all your energy into what you can influence. When you do this, you'll find that you have more power than you ever realized, and the life you want is within your reach. Self-talk is everything. The conversation you have with yourself each day shapes your life in ways you may not even realize. Every word, every thought, every affirmation or doubt you speak internally has a profound impact on your mindset, your actions, and your results. What you tell yourself is more powerful than anything anyone else can say to you because it's the voice you hear constantly, the one that guides your decisions, determines your attitude, and influences your sense of worth. The mind is constantly working, constantly talking to itself, whether we're aware of it or not. And if the words you're hearing are filled with negativity, doubt, and criticism, it's no wonder your life feels difficult, uncertain, or unsatisfying. You're listening to a voice that's undermining your efforts, holding you back, and keeping you from reaching your full potential. On the other hand, if you fill your mind with positive, empowering thoughts, affirming your capabilities, reinforcing your value, and reminding yourself of your goals, you create a foundation for success, happiness, and growth. The way you speak to yourself determines how you show up in the world. If you constantly tell yourself that you're not good enough, that you're not smart enough, or that you'll never make it, that's exactly what your mind will start to believe. And when your mind believes something, it acts accordingly. Your actions will follow your thoughts. If you're convinced that success is out of your reach, your efforts will reflect that. You won't put in the work, you'll procrastinate. Or you'll find excuses because deep down you don't believe you deserve to succeed. But if you change your self-talk, you change your reality. Speak to yourself as if you are already the person you want to become. Speak to yourself as if you are capable, worthy, and powerful. Speak to yourself with the same encouragement and belief you would give to a close friend. When you do, you will start to notice a shift in your confidence, your actions, and your results. Positive self-talk doesn't just make you feel good, it drives you to take the right actions, to push through challenges, and to keep moving forward, even when the going gets tough. Your self-talk is also directly tied to how you handle challenges and setbacks. Life is full of obstacles, everyone faces them. But it's not the setback that defines you, it's how you talk to yourself about it. If you view a failure as a reflection of your worth or a permanent defeat, your self-talk will become defeatist. But if you view a setback as a lesson, a stepping stone, or an opportunity to grow, your self-talk will be constructive, and you'll keep moving toward your goals. The key is to remember that your thoughts are the lens through which you view the world. Change that lens, and the world will begin to look different. Another critical aspect of self-talk is how it influences your habits. If you tell yourself, "I'm just not disciplined," or "I can't stick to anything," then you're giving yourself permission to quit before you even start. Your habits will reflect those beliefs. But if you tell yourself, "I have the discipline to follow through," or "I can create healthy, productive habits," your actions will align with those thoughts. Self-talk isn't just about feeling good in the moment, it's about programming your mind to make the right choices day in and day out, until those choices become automatic. Self-talk is also the foundation of resilience. Life is tough, and it doesn't always go according to plan. There will be days when you feel like giving up, when you face disappointments, when things seem impossible. But your ability to bounce back, to get up after being knocked down, depends largely on how you speak to yourself. If your self-talk is filled with encouragement and a belief in your own strength, you'll find the courage to keep going. If your self-talk is negative and self-defeating, you'll stay stuck. One of the best ways to improve your self-talk is through affirmation. This isn't about empty, wishful thinking, it's about intentionally speaking to yourself in ways that affirm your abilities and your worth. Repeat positive statements that align with your goals and values. Say them with conviction. "I am capable of achieving my goals. I am worthy of success. I am growing every day." These affirmations help to rewire your brain, shifting your focus away from self-doubt and towards self-belief. Over time, your mind begins to internalize these positive messages, and your actions will follow. The reality is this: your life will never rise above the level of your self-talk. If you constantly feed yourself thoughts of limitation and defeat, that is the life you'll create. But if you feed yourself thoughts of possibility and empowerment, that is the life you will manifest. Your mind is powerful, and what you think determines what you become. So pay attention to the conversations you have with yourself. Make them positive, make them empowering, and watch as your reality transforms. You become what you think about. It's as simple as that. The thoughts you entertain on a daily basis are not just fleeting ideas, they are the seeds that shape your future. Every goal you achieve, every success you experience, and every obstacle you face begins with the thoughts you hold in your mind. What you think about consistently is what you will eventually become. If you want to change your life, the first step is to change the way you think. Your mind is a powerful tool, and it operates based on the thoughts you choose to focus on. Think about it. If you constantly think about fear, doubt, and limitations, that's what you'll attract into your life. You'll act out of fear, you'll hesitate, and you'll miss opportunities because your mind is focused on what could go wrong instead of what could go right. On the other hand, if you think about possibility, success, and abundance, that's exactly what you'll start to see in your life. Your thoughts shape your perception of the world, and your perception determines how you act. What you think about is what you become. One of the most powerful examples of this truth is seen in people who are constantly consumed by negative thinking. They focus on what's wrong with their lives, what they lack, and what they fear. Over time, these thoughts grow, and the more they dwell on them, the more they become their reality. If you focus on problems, challenges, and shortcomings, you will only see more problems, more challenges, and more things to feel defeated by. But if you focus on solutions, opportunities, and possibilities, your mind will start to see ways to improve your life, even in the midst of adversity. The key is to become conscious of your thoughts. Most people go through life on autopilot, allowing their minds to wander and dwell on whatever happens to come up. But the most successful people understand the importance of focusing their thoughts on what matters most. They make a conscious decision every day to focus on their goals, their values, and their vision for the future. They understand that their thoughts are their greatest asset, and they guard them carefully. You can't afford to waste mental energy on things that won't move you forward. Every thought you entertain must be aligned with the person you want to become and the life you want to create. Think about your goals for a moment. How often do you think about them? How often do you picture yourself achieving them? Your mind will only work toward what it's given attention. If your thoughts are filled with self-doubt or distractions, you're not giving your goals the focus they deserve. But when you consciously direct your mind toward your dreams, when you visualize your success and think about what you need to do to get there, your mind begins to search for ways to make those dreams a reality. It starts looking for opportunities, ideas, and actions that can move you closer to your goals. Another aspect of becoming what you think about is your sense of self. Your self-image is directly influenced by the thoughts you have about yourself. If you think you're not capable, not good enough, or not deserving of success, then that's how you'll behave. Your actions will reflect your inner beliefs. But if you think of yourself as confident, capable, and worthy of success, your actions will follow suit. Your self-image will influence how you present yourself to the world, how you pursue opportunities, and how you respond to challenges. The way you see yourself determines the way you show up in life. Your thoughts also affect your emotional state. If you're constantly thinking negative thoughts or worrying about what might happen in the future, you will feel anxious, stressed, and overwhelmed. But when you think positive, empowering thoughts, your emotional state shifts. You become more confident, more optimistic, and more resilient. You become someone who faces challenges with a calm and focused mind, knowing that you have the ability to overcome anything that comes your way. The more you think positively, the better you feel, and the better you feel, the more capable you become. One of the greatest mistakes people make is thinking that their circumstances are what define their life. They believe that if they had different circumstances, they would be able to achieve more, be happier, or be more successful. But the truth is, your circumstances are not your reality, your thoughts are. Your thoughts shape your perception of your circumstances, and your perception shapes how you react to them. If you focus on what's wrong, you'll always feel stuck. But if you focus on what's right and what's possible, you'll start to see new opportunities and ways to improve your situation. Your life will never rise above the level of your thoughts. If you think small, you will live small. If you think big, you will live big. The quality of your thoughts determines the quality of your life. If you want to live a life of abundance, success, and fulfillment, start by thinking about abundance, success, and fulfillment. Focus on what you want, not what you fear. Picture yourself as the person you want to become, and then start acting as if you already are that person. The process of becoming what you think about is not instantaneous. It takes time, discipline, and consistency. But the more you focus on your goals, your vision, and your potential, the more your reality will begin to align with those thoughts. Your mind is a garden, and the seeds you plant today will grow into the life you live tomorrow. So choose your thoughts wisely, nurture them with positive actions, and watch as you begin to manifest the life you've always dreamed of.